I don't know if people experience of life in which some people feel, well, some of the interaction we've had is we feel that there is a sense of oppression, something building up. So we've noticed that this build-up has it's gone in waves, but it's starting to now become a little bit more acceptable. Yeah, we're starting to see something feels like it's just building up, and we are constantly being bombarded by different kind of frequencies. Frequency just means like, just imagine like a sound or a light or a wave of some sort, constantly being bombarding the earth and everything else in the existence. Well, those 14th of September.
So you were saying a couple of days ago, so it was actually on Tuesday.
Yeah, so 14th. So from around the 14th of September till about November, mid-November, you will find that this energy becomes begins to influence people, right? So how can I give you an example? All right, so our um, human body, and if someone said, well, tell me, what is the brain? Is it blood? Is it liquid? Is it solid? Is it tissue? What is it? And you will find that it's like they're called quasi crystals. So it's not quite a fluid, but it's not quite a liquid. It's not quite a fluid, but it's not quite solid. There's a flexibility to it. Right. What that means is that your brain, like my brain and everyone else's brain, acts like an antenna, picks up things and responds to things. So you can check things out, like, for example, I don't do this every day, but you can do it once. You'll find that if you have one of those little, even a remote control will work, but a key that opens and locks a car, you can find that, if you put it here and you can do that, and maybe you can do it at 20 feet or 40 feet. But if you move back, you can't do it at 40 feet. But if you put it near your head, and you'll be able to do it. And the reason is that our structure amplifies this, amplifies the signal, right? So all human beings, everyone, can be very quickly influenced by these frequencies. Some frequencies will bring you down, some frequencies will take you up. So the commonest example is listen to some upbeat music and your frequency rises. Listen to some of that depressing stuff and your frequency lowers, right? So sound affects us in different ways. Well, this energy that we are now experiencing will affect individuals in different ways, and it will amplify things. And what will it amplify? Well, it will amplify chaos, it will amplify anger, it will amplify conflict, it will amplify easily being drawn into a vortex. And this vortex kind of takes you towards a space of hopelessness, a space of feeling low, a space of feel trapped, a pace. So it's all emotional. It's all psychological and emotional. So it's important that if we are armed with the knowledge, we can do something about it. Nothing wrong with you. You're not ill. It's the wave as it comes, the wave of the ice cream van. Yeah, or takes us all back to our youth. So these waves, um, if we are aware that these are the kind of things that can take place, then we know that if we wake up in a particular day and we just feel like we're drawn down, we've been a sense of lowness or sadness that's a little bit more than normal, it's and it's persistent. Or if you suddenly feel fatigued, you're doing all something, and all of a sudden you think, I need to sit. Things are going on around you which are impacting your body, so you need to take certain precautions, right? Certain things that will help. The first thing I would say to you that will help is whenever you feel that depletion, that sudden fatigue, is to take time out. Step back. right? Your body's telling you something, step back. Keep yourself hydrated, obviously, the usual stuff, but don't overhydrate because it leaches minerals, right? So don't overdo it either. Right? Ensure that you have clove tea or clove that you chew on at least once a day. Why? Because the oil of the clove with saliva, our throat, and the bug that's out there, the new version of the bug is targeting the throat and the stomach. So this helps us to maintain that. If for any reason you start feeling a bit sniffly, you start feeling a little bit fluey, um, one remedy that really has worked, it's Ayurvedic, it's fantastic. Obviously, consult your medical professional. Is a little bit of ginger, a little bit of turmeric, and a little bit of ajwain. And if you boil them, you can get that stuff from the center and just inhale that couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Do it safely, but inhale that the steam, and it's antiviral, antibacterial, and it coats your inner space. So that's a protective um, uh, intervention that you may wish to take. It's like yoga. You do yoga to make sure that your energy and you prevent yourself from being ill. The same is with Ayurveda. You do things in order to prevent yourself being ill. So you can do that maybe once or twice a week, for a couple of minutes, and it can help.
Even if you're not feeling unwell.
Even if, well, I myself do that. Material, understanding that I need to protect myself in these vulnerable times.
Do you mind me saying something?
No.
Within the next 65 days, the next 65 days is really crucial. So I would suggest that you take it daily.
Yeah.
For the next 65 days, 14th of September to the 20th of November, if you can, take it every day. Anything to prevent. Yeah.
And that stuff. So things like that help. Practice. If you start feeling a bit down, a bit low, one of the things that happens is when we feel low or when we feel saddened or when we feel hopeless, we become demotivated. You don't want to do anything, right? Well, that's the perfect time to do something. Yeah, that is the perfect, because you have to break that energy. That not wanting to do something is telling you got to do something, right? And so if you make a list of things that you enjoy, things that you feel really good at, about, like, for example, um, it's a great technique, but it works really well. Uh, if you're good at something and you're feeling particularly low, then if you go and accomplish that task, you will feel a sense of accomplishment. Feel you change your emotional space. So if you do something creative, that can really help. It can really help. Going out for a walk in nature, that really help. So it's being mindful that we are genuinely now in an ocean of cortisol. Everyone is switched on. Yeah, everything is. People are planning for riots and protests and mandates and children being threatened. Um, when something goes from bribery to threat, something ain't right. Yeah, first you give you donuts, now you can't do X, Y, and Z. So that desperation energy is now starting to impact all of us. Um, so what I suggest is that knowing that this can happen, knowing that you have certain choices that you can make in order to not get sucked down. There's more to this than I can explain here. There's more to this than meets the eye. But what I will say to you is, you have weather events like tornadoes or hurricanes. Very quickly they suck you down. They suck you into space. Well, these frequencies are a bit like that, and some of them um, are able to feel that every so often. When you feel it, go and do something creative, go out, and protect yourself. You know, give people safe hugs, but give them hugs. love each other, and find your community. Now is the time. Find your community. Find the people you resonate with. Find the people you can work with. The stuff that taking a stand, which is happening every Sunday at 10 o'clock at Memorial Park, wear something yellow, or any other park, is taking a stand. Wakes up to its sovereignty. Remember, we began these talks: self-actualization, self-realization, self-sovereignty. We're coming to it now, where we have to make a choice. Child can't consent to sex. 12-year-old child can't get a driving license. But a 12-year-old child can consent to something irreversible. Ask yourself, does this make sense? And if you don't, it'll be done. So we have to ask ourselves in these trying times that the only ones who have hope out of this artificial despair is those people who take their sovereignty seriously. You begin to recognize that you don't have to. You're alive. How many people have died? What happens in a pandemic? You have to collect bodies from the street. I didn't see that. Look at the figures. Same as 2020, 2019, 2018, same. Just, do you get it? You can just see it for what it is. And because many are in just don't know what to believe anymore, we that which we think is providing us with safety, authority. And no politician's in your favor. Never has been, never will be. Neither is any businessman or woman. It's about profit. It's about votes and it's about notes. So in this process of waking up, within a year or so, we're going to be in a fantastically new place. But this bit is the bit that one has to navigate with some caution and with some awareness. So all that stuff about meditation, emotional intelligence simply that as you come across as you squeeze things, they become volatile. And when humanity is squeezed, it becomes volatile. And people are volatile. Yeah, people are volatility is only going to increase over the next few weeks, simply being amplified. So what do? We don't engage in it. Don't engage. Don't engage in anything that adds to the noise, adds to the chaos. To have a peaceful life is very easy. Very easy. Get up, some meditation. Have a nice cup of coffee and tea. Don't watch the news. Go and meet some of your friends. Take time out. If we don't engage in the politics, if we don't engage in the causes, if we don't engage in this, that, and the other, life is sweet. But when we get engaged in these things, it becomes conflict. So we are learning now what to drop. We are learning. That's our sovereignty.
Would you say stand in the park then is causing conflict?
No, because the people who are standing in the park are not about conflict. They're not against someone else. They're simply saying we're sovereign. Yeah. When I'm talking about division, is when I'm saying I am different to you. Yeah. We're not saying that. No one's saying that. Just saying human beings, everyone has a right, and that's all there is. Yeah. Others may want to divide with you, but you're not dividing. Yeah. That's what how I would see it. So practical things you can do. That's really what the intention was today to share with you. Recognize that all of this drama will end. It's not going to take long. It will end. When we get hypersensitive, when we get this emotional intensity increasing, it's important to do some yoga, or it's important to do some qigong. It's important to do something for your body to restore some energy. But one thing that you can do is to bring your vagus nerve to an optimum space, right? So your vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your body, connects you to all your chakras. It's also connected to the chakras, but it's also connected to the organs. So when it's hyper stressed, when you're stressed, it gets overstimulated, it affects all your organs. So there's a really easy way to bring this back into check. And that is first thing in the morning, when you get up, go to your bathroom, get some cold water, splash it over your face. Better still, have a cold shower, but I know it's a bit rough sometimes. Splash that water over your face, sit down, draw a slow, deep breath all the way down to your stomach. So it's all the way down to your stomach, and then pursing your lips like you're blowing a candle, blowing out in the slowest way you can. And in doing that, maybe 3 or 4 times, you will find that in 2 or 3 days, your body will feel a little bit, let's call it, yeah, you'll see some changes within yourself. And those are positive changes to do with health, well-being, right? So bringing it together. The other thing that you can add to this is ghee, clarified butter. Very important, very important. Because it creates a sheath around this particular nerve, and that protects it as well. So ghee would be fantastic.
Intake ghee though, make sure it's warm. So you can have a teaspoon of it first thing in the morning, but make sure it's warm. Don't hold ghee. All right, and have it simple. And then
Excellent,
with the hot water or cup of tea.
excellent.
Can I just ask you put on Facebook about this thing, sleepiness, what was it? I think,
Insomnia.
yeah, not even, I find I'm waking up more.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
weird.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah,
I've been waking up in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Trying
yeah.
to get back off again.
yeah.
That's
So,
like me, but,
yeah. Oh, wow, okay.
But you'll find in the next, again, during this period of time, you'll find that you're up sort of every hour, every 2 hours, you just keep getting up and it'll just keep happening.
Yeah.
So, this is
So
all-
it's nothing wrong with you,
Yeah,
you know,
nothing.
bit of meditation, Waheguru, go back. Yeah. Using a mantra during this time is really important. Really important. You know, it'll put you to sleep. It's like counting sheep, but beneficial. Yeah, but better frequency medicine, right? Okay, all right. And someone just mentioned creating a sacred space somewhere in your garden or your home somewhere, lighting a candle, that kind of thing. Really valuable, really valuable. A bit of incense, an oil lamp, something like that. Very, very valuable. And get to it every day. Clean it every day. You know, look after it every day. There's a process in which you develop a relationship with that space as well. Okay, let's meditate. Yeah. Okay, so as usual, eyes are closed, mouth is closed. Back is stretched. And pull your shoulders back. As your breath comes in, bringing your focus to your inner space. Notice your body. Notice the posture. And if you scan your body from the top all the way down, notice where your sensations are located, the dominant ones. The tightness, the pain, ache, or just a dominant sensation that isn't painful. Next breath in, bring your focus now to the seat that you're on or the floor. And notice how supported you are. In other words, if you were to let go, you're not going to go anywhere. Bring your focus to where your body makes contact with whatever you're sitting on, and notice the sensations within your body. As you breathe in, bring this focus up towards your hips. On your breath out, bring this focus down your thighs. Sensing those parts of the body, then moving down from your knees to your ankles. Take your time. And as you scan your body begins to soften and relax. Move to your feet. And then moving to the soles of your feet. Notice that your back is turned upright. As you breathe in, bring your focus from your seat up your back towards your middle back. Next breath in, move up towards your shoulder blades. Notice your shoulders. And as you breathe out, bring your focus down from your shoulders to your elbows, from your elbows to your wrists, palms of your hands, fingers on your hands. As you breathe in, bring your focus to your eyes. Notice the darkness. And as you notice the darkness, realizing that you can only do that because you have awareness, or there is awareness. You are awareness. As you breathe out, allow your eyes to soften. Bringing your focus now to your mouth. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Notice sensations within your mouth. And as you breathe out, soften your face, allowing it to relax. As the breath comes into the body, once again, notice your posture and sense your body as best as you can. Once again, just scanning it for any sensations. Moving your focus now towards your thoughts. Are you having any thoughts? How does the mind feel? Does it feel active? Does it feel? What are your thoughts? Moving your focus now towards your chest and hold your awareness there. And the longer you hold your awareness, you begin to realize how you are feeling right this moment. Do you feel settled? Do you feel unsettled? Do you feel calm? Do you feel anxious? Are you in peace, sukh, or are you in distress, dukh? How do you feel? On your next breath out, begin to listen to the sounds around you. You're not trying to work the sounds out. You're not judging them. You're not looking for them. You're simply listening. When you're ready, bringing your focus just beneath your nose, begin to watch your breath. Notice the in-breath as it comes in. Notice the out-breath as it goes out. Stay with your breath. Notice the in-breath as it comes in. Notice the out-breath as it goes out. Allow it to breathe by itself. Notice the in-breath that comes in, stops. There's a gap before the out-breath begins. Stops, and there's a gap. See if you can notice these 4 parts of your breath. In-breath coming in, stop, gap, out-breath going out. Stop, gap. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Whenever you find you've been distracted from the breath by a thought or by sound of my voice, notice the distraction, go back to your breath. Follow your out breath all the way till the end and notice when it stops. And as you follow your out breath all the way towards the end, allow your body to soften and relax a little bit further, allowing you to be present deeper into this moment. Stay with your breath. Following your out breath all the way till the end. Going deeper and deeper into this. Notice when your out breath stops, there's a tiny little gap before the in breath begins. See if you can notice that. Notice how you're breathing now. How does your breath feel? Does it feel light or does it feel heavy? Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? Does it feel smooth or does it feel rough? Does your breath flow evenly or does it feel jagged? Does your breath feel cold or does it feel warm? Finally, coming to the sound of your breath. See if you can listen to the in breath as it comes in, listen to the out breath as it just as you can. Does your in breath sound the same as your out breath? Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. On your next breath out, once again, just opening your awareness to all the sounds around you. Listening. Notice while the sounds keep changing, you as a listener remain the same. Listening. Once again. When you're ready, bring your focus just beneath your nose and just sit with your breath. Allowing your breath to breathe by itself. Notice your experience. How do you feel? Notice what the mind does. On your next breath out, expand your awareness to include your whole body. And as the breath comes in, notice you can sense your body. Notice you're still sitting on the same spot. How the body feels still and silent. You can sense your thighs, your knees, all the way down to your feet. Your back is still straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands are relaxed, comfortable. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed. Face is relaxed. Coming back to your breath. And as the breath comes in, notice you can sense your body. As the breath goes out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, you can sense your body. Breathing out, you can sense your body. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw you deep breaths in, and when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. Take your time.